What's up, G Gang? It's your boy, What's Up, G. And today we're gonna actually answer a question that I always get. I always get this question of what happened to my neck. Like whether I was working at a job or just doing YouTube or just out in the world, I'm always getting asked what happened to your neck. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like guys that ask me what happened to your neck, and they just be like, yo, they just wanted a story. Females, they always think like it's a hickey. They always think somebody was sucking on my neck because I don't know. It's just they always think that. Um, so today I'm going to answer the question of what happened to my neck. Because truth be told, I almost died in Arizona. It was crazy. So before we get into that story, let me tell you how I ended up in Arizona. So I'm around the age of like 20, 21, I guess. I'm trying to find myself. You know, I'm bouncing from job to job. I'm not making money. I moved out of my mom's house and ended up moving back, and things weren't working for me. Then I had a friend of mine who I grew up with. He moved to Arizona when we were 18. He was like, yo, come out, move out to Arizona with me. I moved out to Arizona. I'm in Arizona, living life. I'm having my carne asada fries. I'm having my burrito tacos. I'm having everything. I'm enjoying life. I'm 21. I'm enjoying the women. I'm meeting different people. And one thing about Arizona that I noticed is people were still like just happy to see you as like a normal person. You get what I'm saying? Like living in Philly, living around like just the hustle and bustle of Philadelphia, you would notice that people stop seeing you as a person. It's more about what you got. When I got over to Arizona, I noticed that it wasn't just what I had. They were more worried about the person I was, and I love that about Arizona. I love the people. I would love to go out to Tempe. I would love to go out to what's some of the spots out there. I went out to Phoenix just to party. Um, Arizona was one of the best experiences I had at a young age, just to help mold me and help to kind of recharge me and get me ready to, go back at life because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was kind of like down as far as life goes. Like I just didn't know what was what. I didn't know left from right. Life was hitting me real fast and I didn't know how to be successful. I knew I had to be successful. I just didn't know how to be successful. So moving forward, one night my friend said, "Yo, let's go have a bonfire." And I said, "Yo, let's go do it." So we go to the bonfire. We end up in the middle of the desert in Arizona. We hop in my man's truck. We slide down. We in the middle of the desert in the middle of Arizona. Maybe on like a Indian reservation or something, somewhere we not supposed to be. We start digging up the dirt slash sand. I don't know. It looked like sand, but it was dirt. And we dig it up. Then we start throwing wood into the ditch. Yeah, we did that. After that, we threw some lighter fluid on top of it, lit it on fire, pulled some chairs out of everybody's trucks. Because at this point, we invited maybe 10 to 15 other people. It was a lot of people, and that's what something else I loved about Arizona. It was diverse. Like it was white people, black people, Puerto Rican people, Mexican people. All of us were at the bonfire. So we're there, we're enjoying it. Ladies are there. We throwing some music. Everybody got their cars parked around almost in a circle, and we're just vibing. You get what I'm saying? My friend, my homie Dom, he's introducing me to all the ladies. He's introducing me to some of his close friends that he ended up spending his senior year with in high school. Um, and I can remember it vividly because we was all vibing. It was a good time, and it was time to go. The fire started to die down a little bit, and the fire was almost gone, but it was still just having a little bit of fire left. So we started hopping on our trucks, and my homie, he had an old Ford truck that when you twist the key, the lights flicker on and off. Then the truck turns on. Why? I don't know. If you're a mechanic, tell me why the lights flickered on and off. Then the truck turned on. But that's what would happen. So before we even got over to the truck, we looked back and noticed that my friend, little brother, started throwing bottles of Corona, bottles of Michelob, and bottles of Yingling inside the fire, because in his brain he was thinking like this is gonna make the fire go out. And like we weren't like the scientists of the year. We're like, okay, whatever, what he's doing is what he's doing. It's none of our business. Whatever, get in the car. Little do we know, these bottles are pressurized. They were unopened. So we get near the truck and we hear boom. Like, oh shit, somebody threw a grenade at us? Somebody throwing grenades? Come to find out, the bottles are exploding. So my homie go to turn the truck on and off. Ooh, lights go out. We hear another boom when the lights go out. I said, boom, something hit me in my neck. I said, yo, what was that? I look at my homie. I said, yo, I think something's wrong with my neck. My homie said, oh, you got a huge piece of glass in your neck. I said, oh, I got a piece of glass in my neck. I started freaking out. I can't even front. I started freaking out. I got a piece of glass in my neck. I got a piece of glass in my neck. And it felt heavy. You get what I'm saying? It was really heavy. So I was like, this can't be good. So we all hop in the truck. We hop in this old Ford. Everybody's scattering. Everybody's like, yo, we gotta get to the hospital. We gotta get to the hospital. Everybody's beeping. We're at like we all hop in the truck. I hop on the inside. Everybody hopped on the back. It looked like we're going to go chill. It looks like we're going to go smoke Jeepers Creepers. You know how they was in the truck looking for Jeepers Creepers? That's how many people was on the back and in the front saying traffic guy, get out the way. Because everybody thought I was going to die that night. At this point, I thought I was going to die this night. So we going through lights, we going through stop signs, and if you don't know nothing about Arizona, at night, if you're far enough away from the cities, it's long roads and it's dark. You almost don't even have to stop at the stop signs. So we're flooring it. And if it is a stop sign or a red light, we're beeping the horn, just getting through it. Because at this point, I have a huge piece of glass sticking out of my neck. So we get to the hospital. We get to the hospital in Casa Grande, Arizona. Casa Grande, Arizona. And I remember rushing inside, and we go up to the front desk, and they're like, yo, we need help. We need help. I didn't even talk. And the lady was like, oh, well, you have to sit in line. It was like, no, look. And she looked at my neck and said, oh. And immediately started hitting buttons. Within maybe a second, they were pushing me into the back, ready to work on my neck. Now my friend starts following us back there, my homie Dom. He looks at the doc and was like, yo, is he gonna die? I look at him and was like, I wasn't even thinking about that, but now I'm looking at the doctor like, yo, am I gonna die, bro? Because at this point, I'm like, oh, I wasn't even out stitches maybe, but now I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I could die from this technically, right? And the doctor was like, let me see. I don't even know if we can pull this out right now, because if you look at where it's at and you know anything about medicine, we don't even know if we can pull this out right now. So he's looking at it. He's feeling my pulse. He's following the pulse line. He's looking at it. He was like, it's right next to his carotid. I hope it's not touching his carotid. And he was like, but it can't be, or otherwise he wouldn't even be alive right now. And he's just saying this stuff out loud like he would have bled to death internally. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't know what he's talking about. In hindsight, it's 2020. So he's looking at it and he was like, no, I think it's. Then a second doctor came in and he was like, no, that's less than a centimeter from his carotid artery. You can pull that out. The first doctor looks at him and was like, you sure? He was like, yeah, you can pull that out. Next thing I know, he yanks it out. Some blood comes out. He goes in with this other little doctor tool. I'm not a doctor. He starts like irrigating it almost. like spraying it. And I guess because the glass was so hot, the skin around my neck like almost closed around the glass. Like the skin around my neck sealed the glass and no blood came out. Like it was so hot. So before he could even stitch it, he had to like cut the skin around my neck. You get what I'm saying? Like he had to cut it because it was like lips that were open but burnt, but it was burnt onto the glass. So he cuts like the dead skin that's burnt, like burnt fish, something like that. And he closes it up. He's like, okay. He grabs his stitches. He stitches it up. Boom, 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 boom. Tapes me up. And just gives me a plan on what to do with my neck for the next week and a half until the stitches disintegrate. During this time, I couldn't move my neck this way and I couldn't move it that way. All I could do was just sit and let it heal. My best friend at the time was like, everybody at home is going to kill me. You've only been out here for 3 days and I almost killed you. For me, my inner child, I was like, there's probably no better way than get me broken into Arizona. So I always get like questions by females thinking like, cause I think they look at it and they think it's a hickey, and then they get closer and they be like, I don't know. And then I tell them this story and they never believe me because they be like, it's a hickey, and I'll be like, it's not a hickey, and they'll be like, well, what is it? I'll be like, I'll tell them the story of how I almost died in Arizona, and they never believe me because the story just sounds like a lie. It just, I don't know. Does that, drop it in the comments? Does that sound like a lie? I don't know. But every time I tell the story, nobody believes it. They got to get like all the way up on my neck, like, yo, let me see. And you'll see like the little stitch dots on the side. And they'll be like, oh, you really had stitches? And I'll be like, yeah, I just told you that, bro. I almost died out in Arizona. I was in the middle of the desert, which sounds crazy because they're like, you know, you black boy, what you doing out there in the bonfire? I'll be like, I like to experience different stuff. I like to live life to the fullest. And yeah, that's my story of how I almost died in the desert in the middle of Arizona. Me and my best friend at the hospital getting it fixed, them not even knowing if they could pull it out, and I survived. I almost never even became a YouTuber. I almost died. It would have been insane, right? And I was going through my old Dropbox, my old Dropbox, right? And I was looking for the pictures to actually show you because I actually had a picture of like this. The piece of glass looked like a Dorito chip, and it hit me square in the neck at like one of the edges of the Dorito chip, and then sealed around it. I couldn't find the picture, but I can maybe throw some pictures up of around that time when it happened. But yeah, that's the story of what happened to my neck, why it's like that right next to my carotid, and how I survived and how I made it to being an artist slash YouTuber. I'm happy I'm not dead, right? All right. So drop a like. Let me know if you like content like this. I could tell you a lot of stories like this, and we can go in deeper stuff just about life in general if this is something y'all want. Like I said, over the last 3 weeks, I'm super grateful for everybody that's been holding me down because I've been finding content to actually give y'all. I've been like trying to curate content around my audience. Like, what does my audience want? If you haven't noticed, I've been dabbling with different thumbnails. I've been dabbling in different subjects. I've been dabbling with different editing styles just to find out exactly what y'all want. Because it's not just about me, it's about what my audience wants. I believe everybody has an audience. I feel like I have a huge audience. I just haven't found y'all yet. Y'all haven't found me yet. And it's also, what do y'all actually want to hear from me? Because I'm actually a really deep person, but most of the content I've been giving y'all is kind of on the surface. And I'm also somebody who, within my friends group, I'm the one who gives a lot of advice about relationships and stuff like that. I haven't given y'all that side of me. So it's like, what do y'all want? Do y'all want that side of me? Do y'all want to hear that type of stuff? Do y'all want to hear stories? So drop it in the comments. All right, let me know. Let me know what's really up. All right, so it's your boy, What's Up, Jay. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. You know I'm gonna keep it G with you, and it's not a hickey. It's actually I'm thankful to be here, Scar. All right, so I'm out, y'all. Stay safe.
I got people that I love, show other people love that I deserve. Like fuck you kick my heart right to the curb. Can't go back, that's my word. I left you blessings, can't that I deserve. Like fuck it, I changed my number for the curb. War in the trenches, it was just me and my niggas.